Yo, it's your boy Oakley, and today we're just gonna be doing yet another My Hero What If. This is gonna be Naruto X My Hero Academia. Basically, this is what if Deku was the reincarnation of Sasuke Uchiha. So let's get straight into it. This would all start off with Deku being 4 years old and pretty happy to go to the quirk doctor to see what his quirk is. Inga would take him to the office, and the quirk doctor would tell him that he does not have a quirk at all. Deku would be distraught of that he doesn't have a quirk at all. That means he can't be a hero. Every now and then, throughout the 2 years, he would train, and one day when he comes from elementary school, he would see his big brother Itachi for now, if you can think of a name. So he would see his brother Itachi for now, if you can think of a name. Basically murder his mom and dad. He would scream out in agony, and just why would he do this? And Itachi would look at him with Mangekyo Sharingan with his eyes bleeding, and he says, "For my own self gain, to see how powerful I really am." Then he would put him into a genjutsu and walk out, and once Deku is in the genjutsu, he just witnesses the death of his parents once again, and when he looks up where Itachi was, Itachi is no longer there, and he unlocks the Sharingan. Throughout time, you know, Bakugo and Deku have a rivalry, kind of like Naruto and Sasuke's, but Bakugo is still Bakugo, and and Deku is pretty much like Sasuke. They're not really friends at all, but they just fight each other from time to time. And Deku, I guess you could say he went too far in one fight with his he went too far in one fight, and you know he be dead, and he would basically just be, well, he went too far, and Bakugo would be beaten so much that he looked like he died. So Deku would get his three tamale. He didn't unlock two tamale when Itachi killed his parents. See, over time he got to two tamale. Then he's gonna get the three tamale. So Deku, having the three tamale now, his eyes kind of hurting, and he's still worried about Bakugo. Then he finds out that Bakugo is alright, and he's like, okay, I don't really care about you anyway. And he just pretty much walks off and goes back to his house. Actually, his house is relocated, and I'll say that I'll say that Uraraka, because you know how Sasuke, when he first got his one Tomoe, he had one Tomoe in one eye and two Tomoe in the other one. That's basically what Deku's gonna have. That's why his one of his three Tomoe is gonna become a Mangekyo, and yeah. So Deku, I'll say that Uraraka in has met Deku and Bakugo. She actually goes to the same school as them. So yeah, Deku, you know, for the 11 months or the 10 months of training, as he would be walking home thinking about what he's gonna do, and as he goes through the tunnel, a sludge, the sludge monster would basically through, come through the, the sewer, basically, and All Might would attempt to basically try. All Might would attempt to capture the sludge villain, but Deku would already have it handled with his three tamale be able to, because no one can get out of his genjutsu because no one else has chakra. So his genjutsu is basically godly at this point. So yeah, that's gonna come in later. Gonna be cool, but hmm, he can see the movement, so he dodges them, uses a genjutsu to basically put him in a genjutsu, and All Might captures him. And he does he used to like All Might, but he he's just kind of like you don't like him as much as he did. So if Deku, I mean, with All Might flying off, he would never know about One for All or All for One or anything about that. At least not yet. Well, Deku for the 10 months of training, basically, do what he would actually think of cleaning the beach to basically just up his strength. Even though he's already pretty strong, he thinks it's gonna be worth it. Since he can do that with ease, a lot easier than Deku did in the original, he'll probably be able to train more in Jutsu, Taijutsu, and Genjutsu on his own, and sometimes even spar with Bakugo if he wants to get bodied. So with a time skip of the UA Enter Shazam, Deku being smart as fuck because he's Sasuke, he would get the highest score on the written test. On the written test, either by cheating or doing whatever, because he's just that smart. And you know, for the actual practical exam, when before the gates even open, he just when the gates open, he just blitzes all the robots. Deku still has a sword, which technically they're gonna take it away because it's My Hero Academia, and Deku is just stabbing these robots easy. And at this point, throughout the 11 months of training, he would have He would have Mangekyo Sharingan, and he can barely see. He's only using his senses to the point where he's only using his senses, like his actual, hearing and just the senses from his Sharingan. Like he can barely see. Like he's not seeing most of the time, and Deku knows a little bit about the Sharingan, mostly the Mangekyo because that's the most famous one. Basically, he knows that if you unlock it, which he already does have, well, he already unlocked it. Since he does have it, he knows that you're gonna go blind. That means he has to find his older brother Itachi to get his eyes back, or to get Eternal Mangekyo. And he would have Amaterasu, Chidori, Karen, Thunderclap. He would have all of those. He would have all of those weapons. And there's a time where three-pointer robots would all crowd around Deku, and Deku would use Thunderclap, and Deku would put his hand up, and everybody's looking at Deku like that kid's gonna die, and that's when clouds would basically appear around the sky, and a strike of lightning would come or just come from the clouds or his hand. I'm not totally sure where it comes from, but a strike of lightning goes up or down, and basically thunderclap. And he says, "Be gone with the thunderclap." And he pretty much got 9 points just by thunderclapping these robots. So it was pretty easy for Deku to do, and everybody was amazed. It's like Itachi, like even Ida's like, damn, that power. Even I mean, even everybody. and this would be a factor of Uraraka, being caught by the robot or being about to step on, because you see a big light of thunder go down to a kid, and basically three shots come out to kill robots. What are you supposed to do? Do you stand there or do you go near the thunder? So yeah, and basically with her stopping, a zero pointer would knock over a building, and that's when she would be caught under debris. The debris. Then she was about to get stepped on, and since she wasn't running, more than half of her body is covered. It's just her neck out at that point, and since how blurry Deku's eyes truly are, he's barely telling them. He's just telling them by the colors of stuff at this point. By just seeing, just trying to focus all of his energy into seeing Uraraka, all you can see is a glimpse of her, and all he thinks is her getting stepped on because he can't truly see. He's seeing like his eyes are blurry basically. So we'll basically have the after effect or the before effect where it would it would look like something's already happened, but it really hasn't. So that's where Deku in his left eye or his right eye, I'm not totally sure. In his left eye he would gain a Renegon, and he's at full power now, baby. Let's go. He's at full power now. So basically, Deku is just godlike, and he would just blitz over there and try to save Uraka. He would basically grab, the Zero Puncher's foot and just throw it. He would just throw it by his foot and basically save Uraka with ease. And I'm just gonna say Uraka is one of those girls, but she's one of those girls. She likes Sasuke slash Deku, I guess you can say. And you know, pretty much Deku already makes it in off rip for doing that lightning thing, and he just saved that girl. So he had about Bakugo's points plus, so he had like 80 points, and plus the 60. So he was in the hundreds. He was in the hundreds. So they just had to let him in. And for the next day or the official day of My Hero Academia, I guess you can say, he would pretty much walk to school, and he pretty much walked to the school, and no, he pretty much gets all the girls, but he doesn't pay attention to them, just like Sasuke. And as soon as he comes into, or as soon as he sees Class 1A, he looks at the door and he just opens it, and he sees Bakugo and Ida arguing. Ida is basically saying, "Get your feet off the desk, it's only the first day and you're already scuffing the school up. You're a disappointment." And Bakugo is like, "Well, who put a stick up your ass? Was it your school or your mom? I just might have to blow this whole school up, including you." He said, "You would threaten running your classmates? And you ain't general? Are you sure you're in the right place?" Oh my gosh, man. What am I doing? Aizawa basically tell him to shut up and you know, get on their UA costumes, and yeah, and they're going outside for the training thing. And since Deku is going first because he has the highest score, Deku would go first for the ball throw. Now say he throws the ball. Actually, I feel like he would put them. Yeah, he's gonna put them all in the Genjutsu. You see what I do. Well, he's not gonna put them all in the Genjutsu, but he's gonna activate Genjutsu to change his numbers. So basically, he's gonna make the number appear to be affinity, even though it's not truly a number. I don't know if it counts as a number, but he's gonna make it do affinity, and the rest of him, he's just faster and stronger than anybody else because he has the Mangekyo, he has the Renegon, plus he's been training since he was four. Most of these people have not trained in the last 14 years, or the last 5 years. They haven't trained since then. So Deku's pretty much almighty and powerful. He pretty much gets first place, and when Uraraka gets infinity, Uraraka piques his interest just because she got the same number as him. Now, now he's wondering if she's like any strong, cause then she chops it up as Bakugo probably being stronger than her. And Bakugo doesn't even seem like he's that strong either. Then, when Bakugo is looking at Deku, he would notice his left eye now is purple and has a weird pattern of multiple circles around it. And, he's just looking at him like, what the hell? Then he says out loud, "What the hell, Deku? What's wrong with your eye?" And that's when Deku would just straight look at him. He's just like, "What do you mean? What's wrong with my eyes?" And that's when he basically would widen his eyes and put him under a Genjutsu, like nothing ever happened. And all they see is Bakugo just looking like he's going crazy. And that's pretty much the first day for. It's pretty much their first day. That's all I'm gonna leave it off at. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And that's it. Bye. Just why are you still